5.2, these are areas of parallelograms. That's question 1 there on page 70, and question 2 is going to be the area of a rectangle, of a triangle. Sorry, again, gone to grade D all of a sudden. Now parallelograms are dead easy. How do you work out the area of that one right there? It's simple. It's going to be the base times the vertical height. So here's the area. It's going to be 12 by 8, and that's going to be 96 centimeters squared. Remember, square area, okay, two-dimensional. B, now I know it's written all slanted, but look, the vertical height, the perpendicular height, as you can see, it's at right angles to the base, so even though it's drawn all up in the air, it's still going to be like this. Look, 15 by 30, 3 15s are 45 with a 0 on it, so 450 millimeters square, because the original lengths are in millimeters. Right, so you've got to watch out for this. It's the perpendicular height, the vertical height against the base, which makes this one totally unscary. Look, this 5.2 is the slanty height. It's not what we want. The true height is 3.8 and the base is 11.4. That's the trick. Spot the base, spot the height, multiply the correct numbers, and there's your 90 degrees. So here's the area again for part C. 11.4 by 3.8. I definitely need a calculator for that one. So 11.4 times 3.8 gives us 43 points. I just want to call it 0.3 going to 1 decimal place, because there's only 1 dp in the question there and there. So there you go. Last one. Right, this time the height's not been given to us within the shape like that, so we've been given it outside the shape. So what? That's the height, that's the base, okay? That's why each of these questions are worthwhile standalone individual questions that need your attention. So again, what we got here, here's the area. It's going to be 6.5, there's the base, and the height is 4, the height is not 5.8, and so 4. 6 fours are 24, 4 halves are 2, so we got 26 millimeter squares. Okay, millimeter square of area. Now rectangles, dead easy. If you recall from Key Stage 3, if you complete this shape here, you've got a parallelogram. If you complete any of these triangular shapes, you can either get a rectangle or a parallelogram out of it. So therefore the area of a triangle has got to be half the area of a rectangle or a parallelogram. In other words, the area is going to be half times the base times the height, half bh. But again, don't have to use letters like that, just jump straight in. What's the area going to be? It's going to be a half times 8 times 6. That makes it 4 times 6, 24 centimeters squared. Alright? If you don't like that, do it this way. There's the base and there's the height, even though the sandwich has been flipped upside down. So what? You still do it. Area is going to be the base times the height, and then divide by 2. Do it that way if you don't like halves. Now I need a calculator. 9.6 times 2.4, press the equals, now divide by 2. We've got ourselves 11.5. Let's have the 5.2 there, and that's in meters squared. So this one, again, the height is shown outside the triangle, so what? The true height is in fact 14 centimeters, and the base is 3. So here we go, let's just jump straight in. The area is going to be the base times the height, divide by 2. Well, that part is 7 3s are 21 centimeters. So I just sort of did that in my brain. So that's that. Oh, centimeters squared, I beg its pardon. Now here, completely messed up and twisted and ugly. But look, that's the base because that's the vertical height. So if that's the vertical height at 90 degrees to the base, that's the base. End of. So here's the area. The base times the height, divide by 2. Well, I know that comes to 1, comes to 9. So 9 5s, 45. 45 centimeters square. Alright, so these are parallelograms up here. These are triangles, half base times height, and it's dead easy. And that's question 1 and 2 done. Let's just flip over the page and see what else we got. Right, I chose these 3 from question 6, so I've got to work out an area and a perimeter. Right, again, as is usual, let's fill up with all the bits and pieces. Well, if that's a 6 and that's a parallelogram, that's also 6 meters across there. And if that's parallel to that, because the 2 arrows show that, then this must also be 5.2. Let's just do the perimeter first, that's easy. I've got 2 lots of 5.2, and I've got 2 lots of 6. Please note this 4.5 is the vertical height, got nothing to do with walking around the edge of the shape, so it's not involved in perimeter. Alright, so 2 6 as well. Right, 2 lots of 5.2 will be 10.4, 2 6s are 12. Altogether we have 22.4 meter. Actually, I hate it when you do it in your book, so I won't do it either. So 22.4 meters perimeter. Let's just do the area. Dead easy. It's going to be the base. Now, what's the base? Well, it's not the 5.2, otherwise the height will be coming off it like that, so we can't go there. The base is going to be 6, and the vertical height is going to be 4.5, because there's the 90-degree angle there. So base times height. 6 times 4.5, 4.5 sixes, that's going to be 24 plus 3, that's going to be 27 centimeter cubes. Grief. Sunday morning, I'm tired. Just do it in my calculator because I don't trust myself now. 6 times 4.5, 27. Yeah, got it right. Now, what about this little thing here? Again, fill up with all the correct lengths. If that's 12, so is that. If that's 3.8, so is that. So here's the perimeter. It's going to be 2 lots of 12 plus 2 lots of 3.8. That gives us 24 plus, what, 2 38s? 76, 7.6, 31.6 centimeter perimeter. Oh, that's better. Now, what about the area? Dead easy. Base times height. I know the height is lying across the floor like that. Doesn't matter. If we were to flip this round, so it's drawn around the other way, you see the base is 12 and the height is 3. End of story. 36 centimeters squares. Done. Alright? Very, very simple. And this one, no different really. 18 across there to match him. 15 across there to match him. Here's the perimeter. Put it underneath here. 2 18s, 2 15s. Dead easy. 2 18s, 36, 2 15s, 30. Answer, 76 centimeter perimeter. And the area? Well, base height, black and white. There it is, 90 degrees. There's the vertical height. So 15 times 16. I don't fancy this at the moment. So calculator. 15 times 16. Doink. 240. And we're in millimeters squared because it's millimeters in the original length. So, right. So carry on with section 5.2. There's a couple of really good ones I want to do, and then I'm going to stop the vid. I'm sure. What's on the other page? Yeah, definitely stop the vid. Right, work out the area of each shape. Well, several ways of doing that. Now, you've not come across these little, I think that one's going to be, I don't know, I was going to call it a rhombus. Let's just work out. Essentially, I've got 2 triangles to make 2 little sandwiches. If it's 9 from top to bottom, then the actual height of that triangle is going to be 4.5 centimeters. And if the base is 7 across there, drawn outside the shape, let's put the 7 there where we can see it, shall we? So essentially I've got half base times height for him, and I'm going to double up to get the bottom number. So here's the area of this shape here. It's going to be base times the height, and then divide by 2. And the bottom one's going to be base times the height, which is also 4.5, and then divide by 2. Essentially, what I need to do is to, well, let's not complicate it. Let's just work out the 2 separate bits and then tell you what I could have done. So 7 times 4.5 equals divide by 2, and I've got 15.75 centimeters squared for the top bit. So the total area is going to be, it's going to be 2 lots of that, one for you and one for you. So 15.75, that's going to give us, let's just times that by 2, we've landed at 31.5. Right, final answer. What I could have said was, well, instead of dividing by 2, just say 7 times 4.5 and get my answer straight away. Why divide by 2 and then go and times by 2 later on, because I've got 2 of the same? Okay, well, it's up to you how you want to do it, but anyway, there's your final answer. This is really, really nice. Here I've got 6 of the same. Alright, I've got a regular hexagon, so let's write the word hexagon there. Doesn't say that in the question, but that's what it is. Now 17.2, half of that to get the height. 17.2 divided by 2, the height of this little triangle here, I'm going to dot it in. That height right there is going to be 8.6. So let's work out the area of just one of these little things. So area is going to be base, height, halve it. So basically 5 times 8.6. So I just halve the 10 instead. I've got 43 exactly. So I've got 43 centimeter squares. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these little triangles to make the hexagon. So therefore total area is going to be 6 of these 43 centimeter square triangles. Probably isosceles triangles by the look at them. So I'm now going to go 6 times 43 and get 258 centimeter squares total area, and that's done. And I will stop now and prepare 5.3 for you. Your job is just to learn and to think and to be successful.